witness. Senator SIFUNA, do you have a supplementary question? Do you want to ask both of them now?
Yes, in fact, Honorable Speaker, I do have.
Yes.
The Cabinet Secretary has given me a 2019 report, but I was meant to believe that there was another report funded by the World Bank in 2017, a consultant funded by the World Bank that actually ranked this Gongri-Ruta line as the least priority in terms of construction of railways in this city. Honorable Speaker, I have a few issues. You know, I have publicly said that this is one of the few CSs, if not the only CS that I have respect for, because he takes his work seriously. But I can see here in his response, he has made an allegation here that one commuter train is supposed to carry 6,600 passengers, and that is an advantage over road construction. Honorable Speaker, in this same report of his, at paragraph 39, your report, Honorable CS, talks of 1,200 passengers per train. I don't know where you got your number of 6,600 passengers. And wouldn't you agree with me, Honorable Speaker, that it is not just about passengers? So the CS is telling us that 6,600 passengers is equivalent to 460 14-seater matatus. But you and me know, 14-seater matatus, 460 of them, employing 2 people each. There are other benefits of having these matatus on the road. It is not just about, the numbers that you're able to transport in one vehicle. But let's go to the answer on the comparison of the cost construction of the road vis-a-vis the rail. Honorable Speaker, there's a schedule that he has given here. So apparently the government prefers spending a total of 9.5 billion Kenya shillings to do 13 kilometers of railway from Ngong to Riruta, as opposed to dualing Bomas to Kiserian, which is a total distance of almost 24 kilometers at a cost of 10.9 billion. Waziri, explain to me as if I was a child. Honestly, if you wanted to decongest Nairobi, you want to open up the city, reduce the pressure on land. We know we have more land in Kiserian than we have here in Nairobi. What is the rationale of spending 9.5 billion to do 13 kilometers of railway, and yet you could use 10.9 to do 24 kilometers of road, dual carriageway from Bomas to Kiserian? So if you can answer those 2 questions, Honorable Speaker, and also touch on allegations that some powerful people along that route for that railway have somehow secured concessions from your ministry to divert the original plan to avoid their properties. But those who are not powerful enough, Honorable Speaker, they are not being heard at all by the ministry. I thank you.
CS, could you respond to those questions?
Let me first of all thank Senator SIFUNA for the compliments, which I don't take for granted, and I'm going to even work harder. But let me get down to the optimal. You know, when you're dealing with a commuter rail, you can optimize because it's just the number of attachments which can be pulled by the engine. And therefore, you can start from as low as 1,200 and go to as high as, depending on the capacity. What you don't do is, depending on whether it's a rush hour, you don't just do the attachments if the population is not there, but you can go to as far as 6,000, depending on the capacity of the engine to pull that weight. The point really, and let me straight say, we will build Bomas Kiserian because that's a new settlement. We'll do all that road as a priority. But we can get to the details on the, Kiserian is really where the people who work in this city live. It's a new settlement. It's an open area. And if we are going to decongest the city in terms of new developments, we see serious development in that area. And we'll be impervious as leaders not to set priority dualing to that very congested narrow road to Kiserian. So I want to confirm that there are works in progress, dualing to be able to decongest people trying to reside in the very small spaces around the city of Bomas, Kiserian is a must-do and an urgent project that we must undertake. And well, because it's a supplementary, I don't have the details, but I can tell you this is a priority road for dwelling. But equally, leaders, when you then see the optimized pull from the commuter rail to the road, Matatu, and the congestion that we have, including the BRT, to be able to do the intercity with the understanding that because our city was not planned with a railway or commuter railway, it is very easy for us to have the commuter planned along the Nairobi Railway City. It is very easy to basically go out of the city through Nairobi commuter metropolitan system, which brings in a number of counties in Nairobi who basically where our population reside, in Ngong, in Kiserian, in Kikuyu, Kiambu, all the way down to Murang'a. And then these governors do sit in the Nairobi Metropolitan Transport Authority decision-making process. And therefore, let me just confirm, honorable members, Honorable Sifuna, that Bomas Kiserian is a must-do, and I can come with specific timelines because it's a critical corridor to decongest the city. Equally, even as we thought maybe this line is a least priority, in the latest developments, we really must build a number of lines going eastward, northerly, southwest, and so on and so forth, to basically bring people in and out of the city, either through BRT, through the Nairobi commuter rail system, and facilitate, really remove the congestion that currently is choking the city. So whereas it might be expensive to develop the commuter rail, if you see the capacity we are able to pull, depending on the number of attachment of the units to transport up to 6,600 people, if we do the economics, you'll appreciate why we need both. The buses will stop every so often. The train stations will be further apart, and so on and so forth. So, honorable members, because of the passion of SIFUNA to understand what we are doing in Nairobi, and because of the recent development, including the visit to the UK to see the King's Cross development of what the city can look like when you develop a dilapidated facility like the railway housing the railway land, which sits on about 438 acres. I would like to spend time with SIFUNA so that as a senator of Nairobi, he can appreciate what we are doing to basically decongest the city, give a new life through development of those 438 acres sitting under the Kenya Railway, and be able to move people in and out of the city very quickly. And we are doing this as a package. We do not just want to do the railway city. We want to do the BRT lines, including the line that starts from Kenol and which has been stranded for a while, coming through Ruiru all the way to the Nairobi Railway station, and the line going to Kikuyu, the line going to Ruruta. There are life plans, including my planned visit to the UK next week. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable CS.